Good morning, America, and welcome back, of course, to Business Credit Radio. We're on blogtalkradio.com. Thank you, and welcome back to all of our peers that are listening in all over the world, and to our peers here in the United States and our friends that follow Business Credit Radio. Today we have Mr. Rick Balgobin from the Mile High City in Denver as our co-host. Say hello, Rick.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our show.
Great. Now we're going to go real quick, and we're going to try and do a little talk with our potential callers. Callers, you can dial in to 347-989-8342. That's 347-989-8342. Now, here's what happens. When you call in, your phone number and area code pop up on my screen. I got a nice little studio screen here in front of me. And when it does, I will call you out and identify you by your area code number. And then I bring you onto the show, and then you start asking the questions of our featured guest. Speaking of our featured guest, I want to mention to us and say thank you very much to our sponsor for today's show, CMA.
This evening's show is partially brought to you by the Credit Management Association, a proud affiliate of the National Association of Credit Management that has helped business-to-business companies with their credit, collections, and financial decisions since 1883. Contact CMA at www.creditmanagementassociation.org for more details on how CMA can benefit you. This segment of Business Credit Radio is brought to you by Gene Tanguay and Credit Scoring Services. Call Gene at 650-279-6843 for more details.
Thank you. And speaking about welcoming back, Business Credit Radio is honored to welcome back Mr. Gene Tanguay, MBA, founder of Credit Scoring for Success. Gene is a former Certified Credit Executive, CCE, who also has passed the CPA exam. Gene has over 25 years experience in the credit management profession and is an expert in accounts receivable credit risk assessment for portfolios up to $2 billion, that's with a B, $billion. He has performed customer credit reviews up to $500,000 in credit limit and received management awards for outstanding performance and financial statement analysis. Gene has published credit articles for Credit Managers Association and Credit Today. He has conducted credit presentations at Hitachi and Advanced Micro Devices. Gene has generated about 10,000 customer credit reviews with bankruptcy debt levels near zero. Credit Scoring for Success, LLC, has near 100% accuracy in credit risk assessment, retrospective bankruptcy predictability rate of 99%, while providing credit extension to about 98% of the companies. Today, our discussion is, once again, Credit Scoring for Success, Part 2. Welcome, Gene.
Welcome. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me on again. I appreciate it. What I would like to do is I just wanted to, when I was on a few weeks ago, just go over some of the particulars and the metrics and the benefits to what my model offers. Actually, you just pointed out some of those. One of the things that I wanted to comment about was all the attention for many, many years on the Altman Z Score. Well, I just for the third time ran through a bankruptcy analysis on all the companies I did, and it actually was, I think I looked at, came out to, I think I added a few more, it's like 407 bankruptcies, and 403 out of the 407, my model caught the bankruptcy a year or two or more before the companies filed for bankruptcy using retrospective financial information. I have all this listed on my website. Now, the interesting thing is with the Z-score, they had, because they don't, and I've read up on this, they don't work on, it's not designed for financial companies, banks, and financial institutions, so I used a reduced amount of companies for them, and the total, I think instead of 407 was something more like around 365. And out of that, the Z-Score missed over 40 bankruptcies, so quite a few more than what I missed in credit scoring for success. They don't have, the Z-Score doesn't have any cash analysis in there, which is something that's critical to a bankruptcy, and it's not there. And that's one of the reasons my model was so successful at catching so many bankruptcies, because I have almost half the model devoted to actually going through this cash analysis. About 45 of the 100 ratios I have in there are devoted specifically to either cash flow analysis or cash flow, interrelating that with the actual ending cash balance that a company has. The other problem with the Altman Z Score when I went through this is that companies that, believe me, are fine. My wife works at this one, Gilead Sciences, and companies like Caterpillar, Boeing, Salesforce, Merck, Pfizer, Symantec, Abbott Labs, Comcast, Duke Energy, there's about 10 there, and we're actually 20 plus, that when I ran them through the Z-Score, because the Z-Score is part of my model, it's only a small piece of it, but I wanted to do that so I could compare and show how mine was better, which is what I've done. But those companies I just listed, the Z-Score had a rating of under 2. And anybody that's familiar with the Z-Score knows that that's considered a high-risk company. None of those companies are. I know all these companies. I've run them all through my program, and they're all fine. There's nothing with them. I wouldn't even consider any of them in moderate risk. And the fact that...
Would you like to hear more? This is Phil Philbin, the radio talk show host on Business Credit Radio. This full version is available at www.blogtalkradio.com, or you can go to our website at ccma-llc.com. I'm Phil Philbin for Business Credit Radio, and we'll leave the phone lines open for you.